Our world is changing. The mass extinction we feared has already begun, and we are the cause. We are the infection. But like all living organisms, the Earth unleashed a fever to fight this infection. Its original and rightful rulers, the Titans. For thousands of years, these creatures have remained in hiding around the world. And unless all the Titans are found, our planet will perish, and so will we. They are the only guarantee that life will carry on.
Out of your goddamn mind!
I am sorry, but this is the only way.
You're a monster. I'm sorry.
Long live the king.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie. I got a bunch of requests to do a Godzilla trailer video, so I'll explain what's going on here. But you may remember that Godzilla King of Monsters is the title of a 1956 Godzilla movie, so they're borrowing from that, but the plot of that was very different from the plot of this movie. It's implied that Godzilla is going to be fighting these other monsters. They did say a couple things during the panel, and they talked a little bit about the Godzilla vs. Kong movie that's coming in the future. So if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. There's still a whole bunch of Comic-Con stuff that I haven't got to yet. There's just way too much stuff to do videos for everything right away. So the biggest thing first, as you could tell, the setting of this movie is very different from the setting of the first film. There's a time jump, but Ken Watanabe is in the film. He doesn't look like he's that much older. So a lot of time has passed since the first film, but not that much time. So it's not like he's a grizzled 80-year-old man. He just looks a couple years older. So I'm guessing that maybe like 5+ years has passed. Vera Farmiga is implying in her voiceover that there's been a bunch of man-made ecological disasters, and that's what's causing the Titans, as she calls them, the monsters, to awaken again. So there's a couple things going on in here. You have two different groups. You have Monarch that's trying to sort of carefully protect the monsters, but also keep them from completely destroying humanity. But there's another separate rival group to Monarch that wants to use the monsters for their own selfish ends that captures her character in Millie Bobby Brown. Vera Farmiga is playing a scientist that works for Monarch. She's one of the protagonists. Obviously, Godzilla is the real hero of the film, but she's one of the good people. She called her character a DJ, like a music radio DJ for the monsters. Think of her as like the fight commentator while they're all battling each other for supremacy. Millie Bobby Brown is her daughter. Kyle Chandler, who you saw during the trailer, is her ex-husband. So they're sort of the good people. Ken Watanabe is also a good character too. So you have Monarch people, you have this other evil organization that wants to control the monsters and use them to control the planet. But the basic idea of this voiceover is that humanity is a plague. They've caused all these disasters. The Titans are like the avatars of nature. They're the true custodians of the planet. They're coming back to wipe out the plague. So throughout the trailer, you see them sort of uncovering all these undersea locations. You see the carvings of ancient people worshiping Godzilla. Then there's this big underground temple with an Exorcist Easter egg. This statue is right out of the Exorcist movie. All this underground ancient culture stuff is just to provide context for what's happening in present day. People used to worship the Titans as gods. They went into hibernation. These civilizations died off. People forgot about them. The planet went to shit. So now they're coming back to remind everyone who really rules the planet, who the real dominant species is. Even if you're not a big Godzilla fan, you probably recognized at least a couple of the monsters that appeared. The director teased that there will also be other monsters besides the ones that we see, but the big ones. We see Ghidorah in the big block of ice, the big three-headed dragon, there's Rodan with the giant wings, and then there's Mothra. I believe that this is Mothra when Millie Bobby Brown is touching its snout, just because of the cocoon here underground. You may have also spotted the John Carpenter Thing Easter egg. So the Thing movie takes place at Ice Station 31 in the Arctic. When Millie Bobby Brown and Vera Farmiga's characters are walking up to this Arctic station here, it's Station 31. So what is the plot of the Thing movie? They unfreeze a monster from a block of ice. It's really an alien from another planet. It kills them all. We see a couple of these monsters in giant glaciers like Ghidorah and what looks like Mothra. So it's almost like the monsters are the Thing from another world, like the John Carpenter movie. They might wind up killing us all. So it implies a much darker ending for the movie, because the ending of the Thing movie really did make it seem like Kurt Russell's character was gonna die. You may have also detected the Clair de Lune music track that was playing on the trailer. That's French for Light of the Moon. I believe that's a reference to Godzilla's atomic breath because it's blue light. Blue like the light of the moon illuminating the sky. So obviously this is all about man being the villain of the film, Godzilla being the hero. The monsters are the real heroes, but technically Godzilla is the hero because he's the king of monsters. And they haven't really teased much of why Godzilla is going to be battling these other monsters, but I'm assuming it has something to do with this other evil organization that's trying to control them. But for those of you asking, where is Tom Hiddleston's character? Because he joined Monarch at the end of Kong Skull Island movie. I think the reason why he's not in this movie is just because he was busy filming Infinity War and Avengers 4. So when they do that Kong versus Godzilla movie in the future, that's what he'll probably come back for. Don't forget Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, was part of that too. Because she's blowing up big time. She was a big actress before she was in Kong Skull Island, but she's only going to get bigger, so of course they'll probably try to get her to come back for that too. So we'll have a little Marvel reunion the next time we get a Godzilla movie. As far as I know, they haven't put a date on that yet, so no idea when Godzilla is going to fight King Kong, but apparently sometime in the next couple of years. The trailer looks great. I love that they're going full Godzilla. They did say that there would be twice as many Godzilla scenes as there were in the first film. I think when they did the last one, they were a little bit worried about introducing that to Western audiences, so they wanted to ease into Godzilla, but now they're really making it a genuine kaiju film and trying to honor the legacy of the Godzilla movies. Like I said, Bear McCreary is actually doing the music for the film. He said he's going to try and incorporate music from that original 1956 King of the Monsters film. So if you're a longtime Godzilla fan or a kaiju film fan, they're definitely going for the member berries with a lot of this stuff, but I also think that they're trying to introduce a lot of new people to the idea of these big kaiju films. Post all your reactions in the comments. A movie like this is really about the monsters battling, so I'm tuning my expectations accordingly. Like, I'm not quite as worried about the rest of the film. We'll see how these big kaiju battles come off. It should be pretty cool. There's a bunch more Comic-Con videos that I'm working on. I'll try to post that stuff as soon as possible. Leave your requests in the comments below too. Click here to rewatch the Shazam and the Aquaman trailers, and click here to rewatch that Flash Season 5 trailer. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.